These are 5 things that I truly believe that I would have not learned if I had not decided to study abroad. I hope that you watched the entire video and learned something out of my 7 years of experience condensed into this one video. What's up everyone? It's April 2025 and exactly about 7 years ago, I first came to California in June 2018 as an international student for the first time coming to study abroad. And now it's been almost 7 years and I'm back in California visiting some friends right now. And I woke up at 6 a.m. very similar to back in 2018 when I had woken up at 6 a.m. and I actually had a YouTube video that I was filming. And I am kind of nostalgic of that entire moment 7 years ago. And it's been 7 years, I've been a student, I've traveled around the world, and I thought that it's the right time for me to share the top 5 things that studying abroad has really taught me or opened up my mind to. There's no order of importance, but the first one is a global network. Guys, I cannot overemphasize the importance of our generation having a global network. What I mean is friends and colleagues all around the world. I have traveled to over 50 countries, and in pretty much every country that I go to, I meet friends or friends that I made here in America. And every country that I go to, I have someone to know, I have someone to connect with, perhaps even live at their homes. I've lived in so many homes of my friends or friends in different countries around the world. And all of this is to just promote a global network. You have no idea how this global network is actually going to help you in the future, because it's going to expand your reach and opportunities all around the world. And at the same time, even if it doesn't have any other professional benefit, just having friends all around the world is such a cool thing to have. You have different cultures, you have different ideas, different minds, and it's just amazing. Like that feeling of global network. I am currently living here in California with my Italian roommate. I lived with roommates from almost 8 to 9 different countries, you know, and it's amazing. American universities have students from more than 100 countries, so it's actually a very good place to make this global network. When you go to study in the US, you're not only coming to meet Americans, you're also coming to meet people from more than 100 countries that are studying in these universities. Number 2 is the power of the American dollar. American dollars are super powerful all around the world, which means that when you make money in dollars, you're able to have a very high quality of life in other parts of the world if you decide to move back. And a perfect example of this, right now I was filming this video, and look at that. That's someone's house and a yacht parked outside his house. Isn't that just absolutely crazy? You're already put into one of the richest countries in the world with almost a $36 trillion economy. Sorry, I meant to say $26 trillion economy, which is huge. Like almost all of Europe combined, more than China, so many little countries combined. The economy of this country is so huge that there are a lot of dollars which are moving around the economy all the time. So for you to make $100,000 is not really a big deal in America, because 100,000 is not a big deal, you know, versus in other parts of the world, it's a huge deal. Like expensive cars, expensive houses, all around. And you're kind of, once you live in America, you're used to seeing this rich culture around you and embracing it, not looking at it in a bad manner, but actually thinking that rich people are also normal people, you know, and money can solve a lot of problems. I don't think it can necessarily buy happiness, but it can solve a lot of problems and avoid future issues if you focus on money from a younger age. And studying abroad, especially in America or some other countries too, will definitely give you that higher edge of elevating your chances of becoming a millionaire, successful, whatever your definition of becoming successful is. Number 3 is studying abroad expanded my ambitions by showing how the world is a smaller place. It's actually a very known fact that your ambitions and your life goals will be very much directed by your surroundings, your friends, your community, your culture, everything. And when you study abroad, you're actually putting yourself in a group of very smart, successful students and professors and teachers, and also just normal people in that area. in that country, your ambitions are automatically pushed to be high, you know. I'm very like realistic in this right now, that in 2018 when I came to America, I had an idea that maybe I want a full scholarship. I did not know how to get it. I did not know how to even get a $200,000 scholarship. 200,000 was a huge number, which sounded like it was for someone else around the world, you know. Someone else gets a scholarship, not me. Like some students around the world get a full scholarship. It cannot be me. But after coming here, my ambitions expanded. I thought, yeah, I can get a full scholarship too. And then I started working on the process of how to actually get that scholarship. And somehow in just 1.5 years after staying in California, I got a full scholarship and $200,000, which is absolutely insane because my dreams expanded by the people around me, and that really pushed me to dream big. And only when I dreamt big, those dreams came true. And that's also my life right now after I've graduated and stuff. And now I'm going to Harvard for my master's. Even going to Harvard was like a crazy dream which I had never thought about, but only because I was able to dream, I was able to achieve it. So studying abroad will definitely expand your dreams a little bit. All right, next one. Adaptability, cultural awareness, and independence. These are 3 things combined into one bullet point, number 4. When you study abroad, you need to be independent. I remember the first week that I was living alone, I had to cook my own food, I had to wash my own dishes, take care of my laundry myself. Small things, but eventually made me very independent. Takes a long time. It's a little bit of a difficult change, especially if you come from a country like India, where other people are used to, like, where people usually do your work and stuff. Now, the other thing is cultural adaptability. The world is a big place. Cultures are very different. However, one thing that I've realized after traveling to many countries is all countries think that their culture is the best. So they're always promoting their own culture so much that they think that the rest of the countries and the rest of the world and their cultures don't matter so much. And this is a little bit true with Indian culture too, because Indian culture is so strong that we sometimes even fail to understand other cultures or even give the opportunity to others to explain us their culture. And studying abroad forced me to make friends from all around the world, live with them, cook with them, you know, share rooms with them, share the houses with them, share classrooms with them, and really have these good conversations with them and give the opportunity to understand different cultures. And now I truly believe that this is a very important step towards becoming a global citizen. And cultural awareness is something that really comes with studying abroad. And along with it also comes adaptability. Because when you're forced in front of all these people, you're now also learning how to adapt yourself, your language, your personality, your body posture, you know, everything. You're learning to adapt in front of different cultures. If you're with your Muslim friends, you behave differently. If you're with your Hindu friends, you behave differently. Americans, even within America, California, Texans, different cultures. And now you're trying to really learn these differences between people and adapt your personality depending on who you're with. It doesn't mean that you're faking your personality. It just means that you're truly a global citizen who realizes the differences between cultures and adapts his personality or her personality along with who you're surrounded with. This is going to be very helpful in the future in your professional life because your colleagues, your mentors, your bosses can be from a completely different culture. And forget about that. Even before that, if you're just interviewing for a job, knowing these cultural differences, and perhaps if your boss is from Brazil, and if you know a little bit about Brazil, it will help that interview process to even get that job in the first place. So, independence, adaptability, and cultural awareness, extremely important, that I think I learned while I was studying abroad. And last but not the least, extremely high quality of education. Education in America and a lot of other international countries is known to be very popular all around the world, which is going to help you to be well educated at a young age. And this is, education is for people that have gone to normal schools and good schools when they're young. Education doesn't seem like a very important thing, but go to other poorer countries, man. There are people who would love to have education for their children, even kids who would love to learn, but they don't have the opportunity. And this is where it really matters that at a young age you're able to get a good quality, high quality education by studying abroad. Because what happens is that by any chance, if you are, oh, by the way, I'm passing that yacht once again, pretty big yacht, right? So they park it outside their home and then they tow the yacht to take it to a lake or wherever they are in the ocean, and they release it in the ocean, then they bring it back home. Crazy. But by studying abroad, coming back to the topic, what's happening is that American education, for example, is one education system that is recognized all over the world. Let's say in the long term, after 10 years, after living in America, you don't want to study, you don't want to live in America anymore, but that education that you received here is going to be very well recognized in Dubai or Europe, or even perhaps going back to India or Brazil. I have friends that have moved back to India, Brazil, Panama, Colombia, Mexico. All of these people studied in America and ended up moving back to their countries because they wanted to live with family and stuff, and they got fantastic job opportunities super easily, you know, because they had American education. So education is very important, and that high quality of education is often undervalued. Overall, I think American education is one of those education systems that kind of really holds its value even in the next 30 to 40 years. So if you invest money right now, you're going to get a return on investment. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope that this was a little bit of an informational video, very nostalgic video for me because I made this video 7 years ago, and now I run Scholaroid Education. I have helped over 150 to 200 students get full and partial scholarships to study in the US. So if you are a student who wants to study in the US, Europe, Hong Kong, any country, reach out to us. Check out Scholaroid.com. Reach out to us, get on a call with us, share your information, and we can try to help you find your dream university, and perhaps also how to make it affordable, because I went through this myself. I studied on a full scholarship, and I understand that scholarships can really help parents and families and students to make your dreams a reality. So if you're looking for scholarships and admissions, feel free to reach out to me at Scholaroid.com, and hopefully we're able to help you. But thank you so much for watching, and I really hope that you learned something out of this 7 years of experience that I've had in this 10 to 15 minute video.